Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video we are checking out the season 5 changes for M.Bison. M.Bison, of course, again one of the most popular characters online and in Street Fighter series in general, and he has been one of the characters who have also been, I think since season 2, Bison have been a strong character. So let us check out what changes happened for Bison. The first change they did is that they increased the recovery on whiff for his standing heavy kick. Usually Bison's standing heavy kick is not a footsie tool, but the change will have to impact his pressure a little bit. When Bison is doing a block string, if your opponent is walking backwards like that, sometimes the standing heavy kick will whiff, right? So if I'm holding down back in sequence like that, it will entirely connect, but if I'm walking backward, it will whiff. And more frames on whiff means that it is easier to whiff punish, so pretty much your opponent might whiff punish you if you whiff a standing heavy kick. This is an annoying nerf, I think, because it encourages people to walk backwards out of his pressure sequences, but he still has the crouching medium kick to shake people walking low. So it is annoying, but it is not, it's not the end of the world, right? At 18 frames, they still have to react kinda fast actually. But it is a nerf, of course. The second change Bison got was to his crouching medium punch. This is pretty much so that you can't anti-air with it. It's a universal nerf. It is not that big of a deal. The other change he got was to his crouching medium kick, and they said that the hit advantage went from -1 to 0. Not sure what this will exactly impact, because what I noticed is that all of these previous combos still works fine as they did, so I'm not really sure how much this will impact things. Maybe now if you happen to hit it as a counter hit, you will be at a plus frames, +2, you still didn't get a combo but you're +2, so maybe that is the reason, but you would have been plus previously anyways, so I'm not really sure what is the idea behind this change. Another change Bison got was to his sweep. They added 5 more frames of recovery and made it easier to whiff punish. This is pretty much to combat the V-Trigger 2 activation, because many Bison players love to slide to activate V-Trigger, so maybe if the opponent jumps, it will be easier for the opponent to punish Bison. Again, this kind of a weird change, but honestly, it was too good. I think his sweep was too good, so it will kinda hurt some of the lower level Bison play, but I think at the high level it's not gonna matter that much. It's hard to whiff it, honestly. Like if at a high level gameplay, if this gets jumped, I mean that means that they had one hell of a read on you. So at high level play, I don't see this one being that effective. The upcoming one, now this one is a big deal. They nerfed Bison's EX Headpress so that it only have projectile invincibility. This from frame 3, this used to be projectile and strike invincible. So what I'm talking about is the EX head stomp. So what was happening is, for example, I would do something like this and then do an attack and Bison would escape, and this was one of Bison's key escape options. Now, they changed it so that it's only invincible to projectiles. It doesn't go through physical hits anymore. So now Bison gets crush countered out of that. So this actually is a huge deal, because this, especially in the corner, because Bison used to do this a lot to escape out of the corner. So this actually is a big nerf to Bison, I think. I actually think this is the biggest nerf on the entire list. This is the one that's actually gonna make a difference in the match-to-match gameplay. They also changed a little bit of his animation in V-Trigger 1. So for example, in V-Trigger 1, let's have him now get hit. If you do the EX Headpress, there's a new camera effect, so that's cool, I guess. I mean, it looks cool. The zoom in and him stomping on you, that looks really cool. But this one kinda doesn't matter, it's just a camera effect. The properties of the move is still the same. The next follow-up is a couple of damage nerfs. They nerfed the damage on the EX Inferno by 20. So, I mean, it's a damage nerf, it's straight up damage nerf. I'm not really sure why, but it is a straight up damage nerf, not much to talk about. I'm not really sure if it was needed, to be honest, but I don't know. I mean, I'm really not sure why it got nerfed, but anyways, they also nerfed the shape damage on the EX Psychoblast and the V-Trigger Psychoblast. So Psychoblast, there was like some sequences going where I'm sure you have seen Problem X doing something like that, where he will like let's make him not do anything now. There was some sequences where you will see someone like Problem X doing something like that, and then for example keep going for block strings, so it would be something like this, and then he will keep going for another sequence, and this will do like massive shape damage, right? So basically much, I'm not exactly sure what the exact sequence was, but if you watch many of Problem X matches, you will see him doing huge block sequences that did massive ship. So this is pretty much to counter that. He gets less ship on his EX Blast. I mean, I kinda understand why he did this, because it was kinda spammable, but again, he was spending 3 bars, and if your opponent had V-Reversal, they could always V-Reversal it. So I'm not sure what the deal there. I honestly think with V-Reversal it was fine, and it was something that was really unique to Bison in V-Trigger. The final change is to his Super. This again is a universal change. He's now considered grounded. So when you punish Bison, he's considered grounded, he's not considered airborne anymore. So that is pretty much it for Bison. It is kind of nerfs across the board, to be honest. But there is something that's really important that I want to talk about with Bison, and it is the V-shift mechanic. Before the patch, I thought that maybe Bison would suffer from the V-shift, but I actually think he gains so much out of it. V-shift can be used offensively. So first of all, when it's used against Bison, like let's take a look at the EX Devil Reverse, right? If I V-shift this, I am at +2, so I don't get to punish it, right? This was -2. So again, if your opponent V-shifts the EX Devil Reverse, it doesn't get punished, right? So that is really good for him. This is the first point. The second point I wanted to make is that it also, as a character who's always on offense, it gives him an offensive option select, kind of like the Ryu Parry OS. I want to check out that this is the... Let me make sure that this is the V-Reversal, no? Alright. So now it gives him a sort of a Parry OS. So for example, if you do something like the EX Devil Reverse, your opponent here might try to V-Reversal, right? And you couldn't throw them here, so this was kind of annoying. But now with the V-Shift, Bison actually get punishes here. So V-Shift actually helps Bison on offense a lot, right? There's gonna be a lot of situations where Bison can get to V-Shift and punish his opponent. So offensively, using it against V-Reversal is gonna be a very big deal to Bison, and of course he can use it defensively as well. And that is pretty much it for M.Bison. I think he will be fine. Only the EX Headstorm change I think is gonna affect him defensively, but the other changes I think are fair. I mean, maybe the ship, I kinda like the ship thing. It was a very cool and unique thing, but I don't know. Pretty much that's it for Bison. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. It helps the channel so much. Please check out the Patreon and Discord link in the description. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.